Welcome to the Chronicles of Magic, for those who need something soothing to fall asleep to, or for anyone who loves exploring lore and the magic of fantasy. Here you'll find the perfect blend of relaxation and adventure. When we think of magic, we often picture wands, flying brooms, and fairy tales. These images have shaped our understanding of the mystical. But magic is not limited to these familiar ideas. There are many other worlds where magic takes on different form. One such world is explored a little today as we dive into the Kingkiller Chronicle, a rich and complex universe created by Patrick Rothfuss. This world is filled with deep history, vibrant cultures, and a magic system unlike any other. If you haven't yet experienced these books, we strongly recommend you dive in. It's one of the finest fantasy tales of our time. And of course, if you're avoiding spoilers, now's the time to turn back. In this universe, there are two distinct but interconnected worlds. The first is the ordinary world, where people live their lives much like we do, working, learning, and struggling with everyday challenges. But hidden within and alongside this world is the Fae, a realm of secrets and shadows, where the laws of physics bend and twist to accommodate powerful, arcane forces. The Fae is a place of unpredictable magic, where reality is fluid and nothing is quite as it seems. In this universe, it's not just the worlds that are divided, but magic as well. Magic is split into two main branches, sympathy and naming. Both are immensely powerful, yet fundamentally different in how they interact with the world. Sympathy is a craft, a science. It is the art of creating connections between objects, allowing one to manipulate another through these bonds. It requires knowledge, precision, and a deep understanding of the physical world. For example, a skilled sympathist can take two identical iron bars and link them sympathetically, so that heating one causes the other to heat up equally, no matter the distance between them. By understanding and manipulating these hidden connections, a sympathist can light a fire, move objects without touching them, or even subtly influence a person's thoughts, all through the precise and calculated application of sympathy. Naming, on the other hand, is more mysterious and less understood in the current time of the books. It is the act of knowing the true name of something, which grants the power to command it. To name something is to understand it on a fundamental level, its essence, its purpose, its place in the world. A namer's power is immense but unpredictable. They can call the wind, summon fire, or even command the elements themselves. But such power comes at a steep price, requiring a profound connection to the world and a risk of losing oneself in the process. Yeah, you heard that right. Namers are rare in the world of the Kingkiller Chronicle, because mastering this power is not only extraordinarily difficult, but also incredibly taxing on the mind. Many who aspire to become namers end up losing their sanity, as seen in the tragic tale of Master Eladin, the eccentric and enigmatic Master Namer at the university, who despite his brilliance, was once committed to the asylum due to the overwhelming burden of his knowledge and power. At first glance, this form of magic might seem trivial or even mundane, especially if you're expecting a killing curse or a magic sword. No, sir. This world focuses on the manipulation of names and concepts, but don't be fooled. The magic of the Kingkiller Chronicle is far more than it appears. It reaches into the very fabric of reality, capable of altering the world in profound and unimaginable ways. What seems simple on the surface hides a depth and power that few can truly comprehend. One of the most powerful and enigmatic acts of magic in the books is the story of Ajax, the man who dared to steal the moon. It is said that Jax, a figure from a time long forgotten, sought to capture the moon out of a desire for companionship, or perhaps out of sheer hubris. Ajax was not just a wielder of magic, he was a master of naming, the deepest and most dangerous form of magic known in this world. Ajax's immense power lay in his ability to know the true names of things. Before we go on, it's important to note that much like in many of our favorite fantasy worlds, such as the Lord of the Rings, the days of old in the Kingkiller Chronicle are often referred to as the days of great magic and knowledge were once stronger and far more common. In such times, Ajax, the most powerful being of his age, knew that to know the true name of something is to hold absolute power over it. With this knowledge, Ajax called to the moon by its true name, an act that required immense will and a deep understanding of the world. But naming is not like casting a spell or reciting an incantation. It is a process that intertwines the very soul of the Nama with the essence of the thing being named. When Ajax called the moon by its true name, he did not merely command it. He reached into the fabric of reality and pulled, drawing the moon into the Fae, a realm where the rules of the physical world no longer apply. It was a fundamental reshaping of reality. When Ajax stole the moon, he did more than alter the night sky. He disrupted the delicate equilibrium between the mortal world and the Fae, setting off a chain of events that would reverberate through history and lay the foundation for one of the greatest fantasy tales of our time. If you want to hear more about Ajax and the incredible universe of the Kingkiller Chronicle, be sure to follow along. We'll dive deeper into the myths, magic, and mysteries that make this world so unforgettable. Share your thoughts, suggest topics you'd like to explore, and join us on this journey through all of the most captivating fantasy stories of our time.